Come on over, it's time for Tim Friend.
Alright, welcome back. We're still looking at this fucking thing over here, and because we're still trying to get Urk to support with Nino. But that means we could use Priscilla to blow up this Wyvern Rider, because it feels really good to blow up a Wyvern Rider with magic, because that's sort of what they're quote-unquote weak against. There's no, like, I think we get one Excalibur tome in this game, which is like wind magic. But we don't get anything else. In a lot of other Fire Emblem games, like wind is like the weakest magic, but it's super effective against anything that flies. But we only get one tome like that in this Fire Emblem 7. Oh, shit. Whew, well, that's gonna be interesting, because Priscilla is now in range of that Wyvern Lord as well. And he's got a Silver Lance for 30 damage, and she's got 11 defense, so she'll take 19. And she won't get doubled, she's too fast for that shit. So she'll take 19 and 11, so that's 30 points of damage, which is not very fun. So we'll have Raven go stand next to her. And maybe he'll hilariously look like bait, because his defenses might be even worse than hers. Don't quote me on that, but maybe do. Have Ninian keep rolling up. Oh, we can have Florina go sit next to Ninian for a second here. We could get that B support just so I don't have to worry about it anymore, because goddamn, they are never next to each other. So that support will do nothing for them. But Selena doesn't really have anyone else to support in this army that hasn't already had their supports locked up tighter than something that's very tight. Whew! Big old thunder crit. I love it. Another crit for 75 damage. And on a Wyvern Rider at that. So I was worried about Priscilla taking too much damage, but it turns out she's jukey as F. Oh, shit! Ow! Well, it's a good thing I healed Legault, because holy dang, that was scary. I didn't even think to check to see if anyone else was in that Wyvern Lord's attack range. Eliwood's got a fucking badass dodge too. I haven't commented on it for a few videos, but it's rad. He just kind of turns his horse to the side and avoids the attack. And it's like barely to the side too. Like, it's like Lynn's, but with a horse instead of just a person. Oh my god, we're about to lose the Galt, aren't we? What? Did both ballistas go? Holy shit. Okay. Whoop. Fuck. Hit that goddamn button again. So we're gonna use a physics staff on the Galt. Because whoops and wow, that was really scary. What we can do is try to do a bolting shot with someone. So we can have... So this is a little conundrum. We still want to steal that blue gem, but we still want to kill all this shit. So what we're going to try to do is have Eliwood kill something, if we can. Priscilla can kill something down here. And, well, alright. Let's see if Florina can kill this Wyvern Lord over here. Because that's important. That's real important. Okay, she can. That's good. So we can have Urk bolting the other Wyvern Lord. And hit? Question mark? Oh, and crit. Well done, Urk. And now that leaves Eliwood with slightly less to do, but we'll figure it out. So that solves that problem, and gets a level for Urk in the process, which is nice. Let's see the stats. They're okay. I'll take it. Speed's always good. We can have Nino run along down here. I would say I'd be worried about, like, clearing out the south, but it looks like the south was all flyers anyway, so who cares? Nino, run along and blow up this Wyvern Rider. Get her some experience this turn, because she should be getting experience every turn. We just missed some last time. Sorry if I keep, like, sort of fading out a little bit there. I keep sort of leaning back in my seat. And then I remember that I'm recording Tim Friend, and I'm not just here at home with my friends and can just kind of chatter away and get myself into all these compromising positions. It's a very erotic episode of Tim Friend. I'm sorry if that makes you uncomfortable. Bum, 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 this, sex. Sorry, you didn't have to hear that. Let's do Priscilla. I mean, we might as well get fucking some experience on Eliwood. So we'll use the last use of his Iron Sword on this Wyvern Rider. And that Wyvern Rider actually does some pretty solid damage to Eliwood, so maybe we'll dance. No, he didn't get hit, so it doesn't matter. If he had hit Eliwood, I might have just danced for fucking Pent and had him physic Eliwood if he had the range. But I don't even know if he would have had the range. Priscilla's 9, Raven's 10. Priscilla gets the kill. Blows him up with a bolt of lightning. Hooray! Then we gotta have Legault steal. Then, and only then, can Florina kill the other Wyvern Lord. And then we're okay. We should be okay. I hope we're okay. No more surprises, game. So that was Legault down to like fucking 5 health. And I did not... God damn it. So that's fucked up. We've got a little priddly problem here. It's that he doesn't have any room to steal the blue gem. So we're gonna have to ignore it. I don't see any way of getting it. I should have had Eliwood. I think Eliwood had the inventory space. Fuck. Well, so much for being super completionisty. And we'll just have Florina come up and stab him through the face. Or maybe through the chest? Or through the wing? Alright, well, you know what, I'll take it. And she gets another sweet level up, taking her to level 803. No, level 13, where she gets more speed, more luck, and more resistance. Perhaps the most Pegasus Knight level of all. She's capped in speed, so no more of that for her. God, her speed's monstrous. That must mean Urk is like almost capped in speed too. Yeah, he's capped. That's a speed-capped Urk, ladies and gentlemen. Behold, for he is beautiful. He's beautiful. He's a beautiful guy. Look at that. Look at that face. Look at that hair. He's a good-looking guy. I'd give him a little peck. I probably wouldn't, because he's two-dimensional, and he would fall over. All right. Everyone else just kind of keeps smanging on, as the people say. Bummed that we went to all that trouble and didn't get a blue gem, but at least Legault is sort of over by the treasure island anyway. So, it's not a total loss, it's just kind of a mild frustration. Yeah, there's only one Wyvern Knight left over there. Ooh, Lord Nurgle will have your quintessence, only the chosen few will live to see the new world. Perfect people, people like me. Morphs. Her Sage model is great though, like, it's awesome. It's not going to cut back to Sonya, but she's a good-looking sage. Fucking emo teen Tim friend would love that shit, honestly. And fucking emo teen in his 20s Tim friend still loves that shit. Oh, Cavalier. You spawned, and you're going to have the longest fucking journey to get to where you want. Poor guy. Looks like Priscilla can tank those boltings pretty handily, which is nice. And that leaves Florina open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all of these archers are within Sonya's attack range, which is irritating, but whatever. It just means that Florina will probably be tanking them out while she's murdering and murdering and murdering. I still like the sniper model. I'm sad we ended up not using Rebecca or Will. We've got fucking Louise here, though. And apparently all of our fucking chapters are 14 units allowed to bring along, so I guess we're just using Pin Louise forever. I feel like that's more units than we were allowed to bring in the earlier chapters of the game, but maybe that makes sense. I guess we didn't have to fucking... God, what's the term? Bench Rebecca if we didn't want to, but we have, and it's probably too late now. I think we've sold our Orion's bolts, but we have an Earth Seal. Maybe we'll double Nino it, I guess. That seems like a nightmare. Alright, so what we're gonna do next turn is probably have Nino try to get the kill on that general, and then have everyone else be sort of rescue chaining her back to safety from Sonya's lightning bolts of terror. And then we'll probably be using Ninian for that shit as well. This chapter is pretty long just because it's a lot of just sort of moving around. And for that, I'm not a fan of it. Like, I think it's an interesting concept to have a map where the terrain is variable throughout the map, but in practice, it makes the mission a lot slower. And while slower is not always worse, slower while not doing anything interesting can be bad. So, like, this mission has a lot of flyers, which is interesting because of the variable terrain. But then they run out of flyers, and then it's just you trying to slog your way across these bridges, trying to get to someone who's going to be sniping at you for a while, and then stop. So, I don't know. I think this one could have been better, but it's not the worst. It's got some interesting side objectives, like there. That was pretty good, because the pirates can walk on water, and the Pegasus Knights can fly over the water, obviously. So I'm gonna take it. I am gonna take it. Yes, I may as well take it. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Oh well. That was my version of the song. We're not gonna take it for people with anxiety. I guess I'm gonna take it. I don't really wanna take it. Oh god, I think I'm taking it. Oh well. Nino is strong enough to the point where she can one round the enemy generals. And she's like level of like what? 12 now? What a fucking bonkers. What a bonkers. Yeah, the 12 now. God, look at her go. She's gonna be way better than Urk. At this rate, at least. This Urk's like what? I mean, his magic is still 20. But she's way lower than he is by like fucking 18 levels. So she will probably surpass her soon-to-be mentor. We'll have Priscilla rescue her. Whenever I say Priscilla, I think of, like, there was a recent trailer for a movie called Zootopia, which is all about anthropomorphic animals solving crimes, it's a very charming trailer, and there's a sloth named Priscilla, and me and Julia Friend like to say that it's like about sloths, how they talk so slowly. It's pretty funny, honestly. But one of the sloths' name is Priscilla, and a character says it in like such a way that makes me and she laugh. So whenever I say Priscilla, I think of it like the trailer. So if I if I give a little extra lilt to the name Priscilla, now you know why. It's because of pop culture, and dense pop culture at that, because it's a fucking trailer. Alright, let's see what happens with these reinforcements. Bolting fires at Florina. She should be fine. She's fine. I think that's 2 boltings left in in Sonia's big book of bolting. And then that archer is probably going to shoot at her for nothing. Raven will one-shot these pirates, apparently. Holy shit. Go Raven. Oh god, I was really going to try to get through this episode without That's So Raven. But it happened in my head, so That's So Raven. Hey, he didn't one-shot this pirate. I guess that other pirate is on the low end of the variance. Still do love the hero's animations for combat, though. It's good stuff. It was my favorite. Yeah, I think it was my favorite as a child. That's why I loved using Raven. I got enraptured. That's when my sort of my love of the mercenary class really sprang into being, is because of Raven and Harkin, and the enemy hero animations just looked so cool to a fucking... God, what was it? 2001? How old's this game again? Shit. A young tween Tim really loved that animation because I was and arguably still am a tryhard. But yeah, we'll sort of let this enemy turn wrap up. Ooh, many reinforcements. All right, we'll have to crash back into that island next time on Tim Friend. Tim Friend.